Here is an announcement. There will be a change to our advertised programmes. Tonight on BBC One, there will be an informal studio discussion between Tom Dryburgh MP and Sir Gerald Navarro. So that's tonight, 7:15, BBC One, Tom and Jerry.
Sir?
Splendid, thank you.
Now, would you like it washed and set, sir?
Yes, thank you very much.
Very well.
Sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Do you sell home goat sexing kits?
No, sir.
Do you sell do-it-yourself vasectomy outfits?
No, sir.
How about archbishop outfits?
No, sir.
How about hairy whirling bread puddings?
This is a police station, sir.
Oh, good. Then I've come to the right place. Because I'd like to confess to a crime.
I see, sir. Well, I'll have to have your name.
Yes. Ronald J. Lunatic. Of no fixed abode, Watford Bypass.
Got that? Now, what's the crime?
Well, what have you got?
How do you mean?
Well, what crimes have you got? Of the unsolved variety, of course. I mean, there's no point in my owning up to a crime you've already got solved.
Now, hang on a minute now. If you haven't actually committed the crime, now, how can you be guilty of it?
Ah, well, how often has one heard the phrase, it is not the criminal who is guilty, it is society, all of us. So, since none of the others have owned up, I thought I'd do my best to help the boys in blue.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice to know we're appreciated.
Thank you. Pleasure.
Okay,
thank you.
All right, sir.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Now, what crimes have you got?
Well, let's have a look. We had an arson in Blackheath yesterday?
No, I haven't got the thighs for it, no.
No? A mugging in Piccadilly?
No, I don't fancy that, no. Have you got anything more esoteric? Something in the murdering line?
A wife killing in Accrington yesterday afternoon?
Yes, I'll take that. All right, take down this statement. I admit I did it, copper. I admit it. Now I've told you, gulp, gulp, sob, sob. I'm glad, I tell you, glad. Take me away.
I just can't accept that.
No, of course you can't. You've got to question me, haven't you? Break down my evidence. Watch for the fatal slip. Right. Where was I at the time of the crime?
All right, where were you?
I was at home, in bed.
In bed?
Oh! All right, I admit it. No more. I'll tell you the truth. I can't stand any more. I was with my wife.
With your wife? In bed?
I thought I said that I wasn't married. Trying to trick me, was I? Perhaps this will refresh my memory. That's it. That's the weapon. I shot her.
She wasn't shot, sir.
Oh. Well, in that case, I strangled her with this rope.
She wasn't strangled, sir.
Oh. Well, I killed her by stuffing live nightingales down her throat till the beak stuck out of her ankles.
She was poisoned, sir.
Poisoned. Oh. That would teach me to tell lies. Just as well, you got to averted a miscarriage of justice. You had the wrong man. Anyway, that's a relief, because I'm not married. So, you haven't got any more crimes, then?
No, sir.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'll leave my card with you, just in case anything comes up. It's got my fingerprints on it. Is it worth trying any of your other branches?
Oh, no, sir. We all carry the same range.
Ah, thank you. What about this?
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. The job went yesterday.
Ah.
Same time tomorrow, sir.
Same time. Bye-bye. I was thinking, can we justify the expense of a monarch in a country plagued by unemployment, industrial unrest, and the Des O'Connor show? If the answer is no, how do we make Her Majesty into a paying proposition? In short, can we turn her into an attraction for overseas tourists even greater than shoplifting from C&A's? Could we today popularise the orb and sceptre and start a boom in tiaras? A tiara boom today. But what do we do in the meantime, while Mrs. Windsor is slogging her gracious guts out over her O-levels? I mean, who's going to review the fleet, lay foundation stones, make the official state visit to Mecca to see Eric Morley? The answer, my friends, is already on the assembly line. A life-sized plastic model built on Clydeside and costumed by Norman Hartnell, fully computerised to inspect old comrades, walk behind a gun carriage, plant trees, sit sideways on an awesome wave, and smile radiantly at royal variety perfs when presented to Bernard Delfont. Now, hang on, I'm finished. Thank you. I'm very fond of the Queen, personally. Well, personally, I speak as I find. She's never said anything libellous about me. In fact, no, she did go as far as inviting me to a royal garden party. Well, when I say she invited me, she didn't actually sort of ring up and say, coming up my gaff for a knees-up mark, or anything like that. But we did receive an invitation, my wife and I, from her husband and her. We didn't go, though, because you know what it's like. If we went over to their place, we'd have to have them back to ours. You know, you're living in each other's pockets. I don't think it's healthy, do you? Besides which, I couldn't see Philip and her sitting in our backyard under the clothesline, swigging brown ale around the pot. Anyway, I just wanted to let her know how I felt. She's probably not watching this channel anyway, but if you bump into her, would you mind telling her? Thank you.
When I was younger, I used to be terribly boastful, conceited, egotistical, self-centered. Not anymore. Now I am the most beautiful person that you could ever possibly have. When you were younger,
Yeah.
did you have any sort of hang-ups about being so indescribably ugly?
No. Only when I went out.
God made me in his own image on the 6th day. He must have had a hell of a Friday night.
Millions of my people are dying from malnutrition.
Well, millions of my people, old Bean, are dying from overeating. We all have our problems, you know.
I'd like to talk about God for a while. But the BBC don't like people talking about God on their shows. I don't think that bothers God, because, I mean, he doesn't need the publicity anyway. But, I mean, what have the BBC got against God? That's what really bugs me. I mean, it's not for me to say, but I think he's put the wrong people in charge down here. Well, some of them. I mean, this lot, for instance, you know, the BBC. I mean, not allowing you to mention his name, I think it's petty, don't you? I mean, take the news. They never mention his name on the news. If there's an earthquake or flood, any other big disaster like that, they never say it was an act of God. The insurance companies do. They won't insure you against acts of God, will they? I mean, if your house was to fall down during an earthquake, your insurance company won't give you anything, will they? Nanty, they'll say, no, sorry, nothing to do with us, mate, act of God. Wars, they're an act of God. The insurance companies admit it, and they won't pay out on it. You can't collect your life insurance if you die in a war. You can't collect accident insurance either if you lose a leg, because war is an act of God. You might think the government started it. No, not according to the insurance companies. No. It was him, up there, God. I mean, in the last war, the government did go as far as saying that God was on our side. Well, but as soon as it was over, not another word about him. No, got no credit at all. Churchill made out he won it. No, see, the only reason I mention these things is because, well, I've got myself to think about, and just because I work for the BBC, I don't want him to think that I share their attitude towards him. No, I'm on his side. And so, here's a song written by Tom Lehrer, dedicated to him up there, from me down here, and to his agent down here, the Pope.
At first you get down on your knees, fiddle with your rosaries, bow your head with great respect and genuflect, genuflect, genuflect. Do whatever steps you want. If you interfere then with the pontiff, everybody stays on Kyrie eleison, doing the Vatican rag. Come and join that big processional, step into that small confessional. There the man who's got religion will tell you if your sin's original. If it is, try playing it safer. Drink the wine and chew the wafer. 2, 4, 6, 8. Time to transubstantiate. So get down upon your knees, fiddle with your rosaries, bow your head with great respect and genuflect, 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 and make a cross on your abdomen. When in Rome, do like a Roman. Ave Maria, gee, it's good to see ya, doing the Vatican rag. Step into that small confessional. There the man who's got religion will tell you if your sin's original. If it is, try playing it safer. Drink the wine and chew the wafer. 2, 4, 6, 8.
Time to transubstantiate.
So get down upon your knees, fiddle with your rosaries, bow your head with great respect and make a cross on your abdomen. When in Rome, do like a Roman. Ave Maria, gee, it's good to see ya, doing the Vatican, sort of ecstatic, doing the Vatican rag. Doing the Vatican rag.